functions for the body of Christ. Body also is the church. It is the third Lord's Sunday from Resurrection Day. We have two main readings from Acts chapter 6 verse 1 to 7, and from the Gospels St. Mark chapter 15 verse 43 up to chapter 16 verse 6, verse 8. This day is very special, commemorating on this day and celebrating all the believers who serve the body of Christ, who serve the ecclesia in various capacities, especially those women and men, because we know we have Nicodemus and Joseph, who first went and removed the body of Christ from the cross. And they had some myrrh, some spices. But the women who dared very early morning of the first day to go to the tomb. And those women were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of Joseph or mother of James, and Salome, the midwife, and the others. They went very early morning, and these received the message of the resurrection of the Lord first. And today we do commemorate these ladies in particular, in the sense that they received first the message of the resurrection of the Lord. The passage which is talking about them is very interesting. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe, sitting on the right side of the tomb, and they were alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Go and tell his disciples that he's risen. Don't forget to tell Peter also. He is going ahead of you in Galilee. It is where you are going to find him, and you'll meet there. The distance from Jerusalem to that area of Galilee is about 150 kilometers. And then we have from the Acts the passage which is telling us what happened exactly in those days. Yes, the disciples went to Galilee to find the Lord, and then the group started growing, the group of the believers. But there were some problems within that group, the first church of the believers. What happened? Yeah, those things which were being gathered in order to sustain them were not equally received by all. There were some who felt that they are not looked after as they are supposed, and they started complaining. The apostles, of course, understood, maybe they were understanding it and they had not taken care very much. They decided that, okay, select some young men. They may take over that responsibility of taking care of the food and the money which comes in, and to see how people are going to be taken care. Those who were complaining much more were Jews also, but Jews who were converted to Judaism. They were Christians now, but more of them, with their names as we see them, they were Greeks. There were 7 of them, and we know them as deacons. But they are ministers of the department of how to get food and how to sustain the members. Because by that time, all of them, they were eating together. And the breaking of the bread was the conclusion always of whatever they do. Nicanor, Philip, Stephen, Prochorus, Parmenas, Timon, Nicolaus, all of these names are of those young men. It means that they are growing now. They are becoming a body of Christ. They have been with Christ in their middle as apostles, but now Christ is gone. They don't see him all the time. Sometimes appears among them, but the body of them all together, talking about Christ all the time, became now the body of Christ. It is long discussion on this matter, but now we can't go it far from there. But as we are in the quarantine, as we are also taking care of ourselves there where we are, some issues are coming among us. We are body of Christ also there where we are hiding ourselves. But there are some problems which are arising among us because we don't care much maybe about the details, but we are supposed to take the details in our care. For instance, I have heard several times that many people are killing one another. A woman can kill a man can kill a woman, a wife, or whatever. This is, and I'm trying to think about it. I understand, of course, some reasons why this happens. And I want to tell you this truth. Here in Africa, and especially in our countries which are underdeveloped or underdeveloping, or just raising now to civilization, we do not know much. All things go on physically. We have not tried even to know ourselves. And in most cases, we meet together and we take each other as married people. But while we are not married, we are just cheating one another. Because staying together in one room does not mean that this one makes us to be married people. No, this is just a combination which is, I could call accidental combination, which does not know what the purpose of our creation as male and female. But because the body itself is functioning in its style, and then our soul is following the body, then you meet people when they are living together and they are calling themselves married. We have also the problem of some people who do think that one man is able to marry 5, 6 women and put them either in the same place, in different rooms, or in different positions of the villages, and then the man to visit them accordingly. All of this is not to know. All of these are activities which are going on among us because we don't know. We don't know ourselves. We don't know what does it mean a human being. Why is he created? How was he created? What is the soul? Especially what is the soul? Where the God is revealing the truth. All of these things we ignore. And that's why the situation is like that. And I can call it, in simple words, in Uganda, okwerimbakanya. Okwerimbakanya. It means that we cheat each other and we live together in cheating one another. So when something happens very simple, then we become very seriously, very angered, and then one can take a jambia and kill another one, which is accidental. All of it is accidental, and because we don't know. I'm calling you, of course, you Orthodox members, I know that you know these matters. You know, I know that you have been hearing and you understand the difference which we have. We are not doing those things. You cannot cut, you can sit down, resolve the problem, but you cannot take a jambia, you cannot take a panga and then you cut off the head of another one. Or you destroy her life, you cut her arm or a leg or whatever. No, you can't do that, because this is very serious problem before our God, who is together with us. Because our God is together with us, even if we don't see him with our eyes of the